Hey everyone, took a couple weeks off, hoping the market would do something that make things really clear, but that didn't happen. So today we'll go over what looks like a couple of things the market's doing, and hopefully after this is over with you'll be thoroughly confused, and I'll try to do it in less than an hour. So let's start with the Nasdaq today. As everybody knows, been watching, Nasdaq's been making new highs for quite a while. Although the pattern, if we align it with the S&P, it looks just like we've been showing in the S&P, except that it's been making new highs and the rest of the indexes or indices haven't. So we had 5 waves up for wave 1, ABC 2, got the channel lines drawn, 3. This makes 5 waves. You need to see it on a shorter time frame than 100 minute to see the 5 waves here clearer. Then an ABC, wave 4, wave 5 to a new all-time high, and this took place Monday, and that could be the wave 5, and we did 5 waves down. Was a pretty 5-wave decline, filled the opening gap, and also gave us an outside day key reversal on the daily chart. Overlapped the top of this, but didn't overlap the top here. And if this is the 5th wave, the maximum price target is 11,045. So wave 5 can't go past, and it came within 220 points of it, but still got a lot of room left to go. Can't go past that, or wave 5 becomes longer than wave 3. And if we make wave 4 here instead of here, make this a 1, a 2, and 3, although this came down and overlapped that, so that pretty much takes that out, but wave 5 would already be longer than wave 3. So one other thing, so this is so it's possible that we can count 5 waves up on the Nasdaq, and the rest of the markets are just hanging in, looks like, waiting on the Nasdaq to finish, or are the rest of the markets going to catch up? So we'll just have to wait and see for that. But down here we look at the momentum, and we see the momentum made the highest peak in 3, which is normal, of 1, and then 5 waves of 1 happen here. So this is the extended wave so far. This 5 waves is the largest. And then we can see the ABC wave 2, then we see the wave 3. Wave 3, the momentum didn't go as high as in the 3rd wave of wave 1. Now there's 2 possibilities here. One is that this is just wave 1 of wave 3, and most of the times, even if this is a truncated wave 3 that was 61.8% of wave 1, most of the times this 3rd wave will still have the highest momentum, even though it's not going to be the extended wave, because that's just where the momentum in the 3rd wave takes place, regardless that this is the extended wave. So in this case, either that didn't happen, or this is alerting us that this is just wave 1 of 3. This is 2 of 3, and this would just be 1 of 3 of 3, with a lot higher to go. So that's all for the Nasdaq. That's what we're watching. We're following the Nasdaq pretty close to see if the rest of the markets are going to play catch up, or if they're just waiting for the Nasdaq to finish. So here's the S&P, the cash index, and we're still showing this as a wave 2 correction, and this is how it is labeled for now. ABCW, we've changed this from an A to a W. We're showing this as a complex mixed wave 2, WXY, with a zigzag ending here, and then a double zigzag, WXY, taking place now. One thing that gets these wave labels, this we had this decline from the we had a gap up here on Monday, but then it was quickly filled and the market did a nice 5 waves down. Could have been a reversal. So when we were first looking at it, we were thinking the Nasdaq put it in high, the S&P put it in its high, barely made new highs above this high, which it has to do. If this is a ABC for wave Y, then it as another zigzag, it has to make a new high above this, and it did. It had just a few ticks, but that's all that matters. But this move here, when we started measuring it, this move here was exactly 1.618 times this move here, and that qualifies as the C wave for a running flat. So we have ABC down A, ABC up B, 5 waves down for C as a running flat. So now then, if we do 5 waves up, this could be A and B, and 5 waves of C, finish wave Y, of wave Y, of wave 2. And this is the all-time high right here, this white line. So that's the stopping point. As long as this market stays in here, then the wave 2 is still intact. And that's what we're watching. Notice down here on the volume, this was the highest volume recorded since way back here in March, where the volume right here was just a little bit higher, and this moved down. But all of the volume takes place on the downside. Now this is just a 6-minute chart, but so this move down had the highest volume, and this is a wave 1 up, continuing a 5th wave that's going to take us to new highs. The volume, it's going to have to do something, because right now it's anemic compared to down volume. Down volume keeps making the highest highs. And now let's look at the cash S&P. So here we show what's taking place if the market is going to make a new high as a 5th wave. The Nasdaq would have already made its 5th wave high. It's starting a bear market move down. The S&P would go up and finish, possibly the Dow too, although the Dow's lagging way behind the S&P even. So this is how it would count. This is a nice count. This would be wave 3, ABC. This counts as a diagonal in the for a C wave in the cash index. It doesn't in the futures, but it does nicely in the cash market. 5 waves of 1 up, the ABC here, where C was the same, 1.618 times A. Minute wave 2, this is just minuet wave 1 of minute 3, 4, 5, and 5. And the white line is the all-time high, but if this is what's happening, that's the target limit. 34.66 is the maximum. Otherwise, wave 5 becomes longer than wave 3, and that would validate that this is just 1 of 3. Now this is absolutely and naturally, this is the most bullish wave count that there is for us to be watching and dealing with right here at this point in time. Down here, the momentum did about the same thing. It failed in the 3rd wave. 3 of 1 has the highest momentum. Looks just like the other chart of the Nasdaq. And this is either the momentum either failed because it's a large 2-wave correction, or it's telling us that this is just 1 of 3. This is ABC. We have minute wave 1. The problem here with this now, minute wave 1 failed to take out the high right here of if this is 1 of 3, it failed to take out this high, and this move right here should have made a new high. It does make a new high here and today here, but this is part of the correction. If this is minuet wave 1 here, it takes out the high of minute wave 1, which it should. So as you can see, it's just confusing watching all this, keeping all the rules, all the guidelines that Elliott wrote together and coming up with what's going on. So this can qualify as minuet wave 1 here, because it did make a new high above, but this minute wave didn't, so it's iffy right here. So, but this is what we're watching in the here's the new channel line right here. The market, this is a wave 3. It's going to go up and break this channel line. That'll be the next indication that that we are going back to new highs. This is wave 3 and 4 and 5. Whether we get to new all-time highs, we won't know until more of this wave count gets going. And this is what it looks like with all the wiggles and squiggles. So we have a good impulse wave. We did a gap up, which was right in the middle of 3. Volume down here shows the up volume right here took place right in this move up in 3 of 3, like it always does. Wave 4, and now we're trying to move to new highs to finish out 5 of 1. And like I say, this is the most bullish count. And this shows the 61.8% for the C wave. 5 waves down. It was a pretty 5-wave decline, impulsive, but to make the running flat. So that's all. You can go to the blog. This chart's on the blog. Log in to the blog. Subscribe if you haven't already, and you can look at these charts. They're all posted on the blog. And the last chart is just to show what the Dow looks like. And it's lagging way behind. So it's possible that this can be an ABC. But it's got a lot to do to catch up. It's got a lot to do to catch up with the S&P. It's a long ways from its high, but here again we show if this is what's going to take place, the maximum on the Dow is 29,761 at the all-time, just barely above the all-time high, and that would be wave 5 if that's what's going to happen. But it's got a lot to do to prove that's what's going on. So we haven't really bothered labeling this yet. We'll wait a little bit longer till it clears up a little bit more. So that's it. Just as soon as anything happens, we will be back with another video, or you can go to the blog and we'll update what we're seeing. Happy trading until then.